Please subscribe. Keep us alive.
The Puerto Rico Health Department website reported deaths from the coronavirus on the island have increased since July 13. Puerto Rico today averages at least one death per day, according to the agency. The deaths reported today were recorded on July 24, 2, July 26, 1, and July 27, 2. Health Department reported on Wednesday 5 new deaths as a result of COVID-19, so the total in this line increased to 2,574. The new reported deaths include a 74-year-old man from the Arecibo region, a 42-year-old woman from the Metro region, a 67-year-old man from the Metro region, and a 74-year-old woman from the Metro region, 77-year-old man from the Metro region. The Secretary of Health, Carlos Mellado, announced this Tuesday that, starting tomorrow, all people must use the mask in closed spaces, regardless of their vaccination status against COVID-19.
More Puerto Rico Police Bureau officers arrived Monday at Almendros Beach in Rincon to maintain surveillance along the perimeter of the pool construction site at the Sali Playa or Sun and Beach condominium, where around 300 demonstrators continue to demand that the project be halted. A hearing is scheduled for Wednesday at the Aguadilla Superior Court to evaluate the dispute between a Sali Playa resident and the Department of Natural and Environmental Resources regarding the pool construction site. The controversy is fueled in no small part by the fact that Almendros Beach is a known nesting beach for green and hawksbill sea turtles.
Statehood advocate Miriam Ramirez Ferrer will present today during the birthday celebration of Jose Celso Barbosa, a delegation of Republican Party members that will lobby for statehood and, she said, end the perception that Puerto Rico would be a Democratic Party bastion if it were to become a state. The presentation will take place in the afternoon at Plaza Barbosa in Sanchez. Benefits of statehood include an additional $10 billion per year in federal funds, the right to vote in presidential elections, higher Social Security and Medicare benefits, and a right for its government agencies and municipalities to file for bankruptcy and restructure debt. Opponents to statehood say, it leads to culture loss as Puerto Ricans embrace a Hispanic separateness that can hurt other Puerto Ricans' aspirations of remaining an independent country. It causes loss of tourism as the novelty of territory status is lost. It can bring about a language barrier as the primary language is Spanish. It raises poverty and crime rates of the U.S. as it takes resources away and contributes to crime statistics. It makes Puerto Rico obliged to pay federal income tax.
Given the state of emergency that Puerto Rico is experiencing due to violence against women and transgender women, the Ángel Ramos Foundation has designated a fund of $100,000 for a program that offers assistance and support to victims of gender violence through the services of legal advocates. The project, created by the Coordinator of Peace for Women, offers guidance, assistance and emotional support to victims of violence. It will be implemented in Aguadilla and Mayagüez because they are municipalities with a notable number of cases of gender violence that is out of proportion with the number of legal advocates available. CPM Executive Director Vilma Gonzales noted that there are many incidents of violence that are not reported or remain invisible. One of the main factors in preventing cases from being processed adequately is the institutional response of the justice system, she said. We can find civil servants who show attitudes based on prejudices and ignorance. For this very reason, the role of legal advocates is to intercede, accompany and facilitate so that women can express themselves and defend their rights.
The raid of an apartment carried out today, Tuesday, in the Valles de Guayama residential complex led to the arrest of Jose A. Pina Martinez, 54, who was seized with over 5,000 pills, marijuana and opioids, along with $13,711 in cash. Pina Martinez could face federal charges for drug trafficking.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation appointed Joseph Gonzales to head its office in Puerto Rico. The former head of the FBI in Puerto Rico leaves several investigations for corruption active. The agency's spokeswoman on the island, Mary Cruz Rubio, confirmed that Gonzales will arrive in Puerto Rico starting in August. Gonzales is Puerto Rican, but he has spent most of his career outside the island. The Puerto Rican agent comes from being the legal representative of the federal agency in Mexico.
The police reported a murder this morning. The discovery of a charred body inside the trunk of a car at kilometer 55.0 of Highway 181, Parque Claro Road, in Trujillo Alto was discovered. According to the news report, some police were patrolling the area around 5:21 a.m. when they came across a burning car. Immediately they communicated with units of the fire department, who after extinguishing the fire, located the calcined body in the trunk area. At the scene, several bullet casings and a gasoline container were located. The remains have not been identified.
The Fajardo Criminal Investigation Corps, CIC, considers several friends of the three young men shot dead last Monday in Fajardo, Puerto Rico, as persons of interest related to the crime. This was stated on Tuesday by Sergeant Luis Fred Carrillo, attached to the CIC, who also announced that in the coming days they could clarify the case, which occurred in the Obrera neighborhood of said municipality. We understand that people close to them, mostly friends, are involved in the crime.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Help us survive.